So, good afternoon to our inspiring listeners. You must be inspired, yes. Inspire Ourselves Radio. You are tuned in to Inspire Ourselves Radio. Welcome to Inspiring Talks with Ilam. And on today's show, we have Nadia Tony Jacob. She is our expert and she works in the holistic healing field. She can help you heal from any form of trauma. She is the senior counselor at Balcon Primary. She has over 20 years experience in this field. So the topic for today is because it's October, it is the pink month, which is breast cancer awareness month. So I understand that it is breast cancer specifically, but we also going to talk about all form of cancer, um, prevention, what can you do, how do you deal with it emotionally, how do you deal with it physically. So it is an annual international health campaign which is observed throughout the month of October. So welcome to Inspire Elsie's Radio, Nadia.
Hey, Ilam, thank you for having me.
Um, So the main purpose of this month is to educate people, to educate the public about the importance of breast cancer prevention, early detection, and timely diagnosis. So this you can kind of also apply to any kind of cancer because you must feel in your body like if something's going wrong. Breast cancer specifically, you must check your breasts, and this applies to men too. I think breast cancer has been a lot focus on women breast cancer, but men can get breast cancer. I
Yeah,
think we kind of like only focus on the women, but men, you must also check your chest section
yeah,
because men can
yes,
also get breast cancer. Um,
yeah.
so a lot of the
Ilam,
funds collected. Sorry, Nadia.
sorry.
Yes, go on.
Oh, I actually know a friend of mine, he had breast cancer.
Let us hear from that side. Yes.
Yeah. So, I don't know when his journey started, but we've been friends for many years, but don't really see each other. And his mom passed of cancer. And then when I found out he had cancer, we would send inspiring messages to him to hang in there. But he had quite a long journey, and at least he's now in remission for quite a few years. But he kept on with the support group, though. And I think that is very important, Ilam, is to discuss the support around cancer or women with breast cancer, because it directly affects who they are as a person. You
Hmm.
know,
Your identity
um,
changes, yeah.
yes, absolutely. You know,
Yeah, because whatever you experience changes you, whether it's good or bad. You don't come out the same. Whatever you're going through, whatever you have been through, us as human beings, we change as we go through experiences. So, the color pink is the symbol for breast cancer month, and the people wear those pink ribbons. I must go get me a pink ribbon. We must get us pink ribbons, Nadia. So this is a health campaign. It's known as Pink October, and so let's get into it. The primary goals for this month is to increase public knowledge about breast cancer, symptoms, and importance of breast health. So how do we maintain like healthiness of our body, Nadia? And from like the health perspective, from physical but also emotional.
so, Ilam, I can only speak from my experience with my mom. When we had like her cyst, she had a cyst on her breast that
Oh.
kept on weeping, and she couldn't get an appointment immediately with the doctor, and I said to her, look, let's get you to my doctor. They lanced it, it came back again, they lanced it again, and it came back again. And that's when I said to my mom, look, you're getting too many abscesses or cysts, like people know it. You need to start eating correctly, move away from oils and certain things, and basically just fill your body with a lot of holistic stuff
Mm,
that can fasten the healing part of your body.
mm,
In case she went back, and this is when the doctor felt the lump, and he immediately was in 2 weeks. She had a doctor see her, and they obviously checked it, and it was malignant. Now, Ilam, you know what I find is very important when you find out you have cancer, and I know we're concentrating on breast cancer, but I think any form of cancer, it hits your mental state directly.
mm,
We know at that time when they gave my mom, when they told her it was malignant, they allocated a social worker to her so that the social worker could give her enough information to take care of her body
mm.
and what she could do. Um, they then thereafter did the mastectomy, but they also removed the lymph nodes under the arm. Now, this is where it's important to put into the body what you need for your healing process. Because once they remove the lymph nodes, you literally are not allowed to pick up infection because it will infect you worse than the average person because lymph nodes, and it's almost as like if your throat hurts, you get in the flu, then automatically these glands are painful. So the
Mm.
same thing with the lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are needed to fight off um, any type of what do you call it? Infections. So yeah, so the after my mom's journey started. But I can say that what is important is the care for the carer as well, you know, because cancer doesn't just affect the patient, it affects the family, it affects the carer taking care of you. Yeah, sorry, I'm rambling on here.
No, it's fine, Aurea. I'm just researching here or looking up what the lymphatic system is there for. So, the lymphatic system is for fluid balance, immune defense, which you are talking about now. So if you remove the lymph system, then your body has less immune defense.
Yes,
It also
yeah,
absorbs fat and serves as transportation for many processes in the body. Um,
yeah.
so your mom, she went through um diagnosis and then like was there a time period where they said like what how did they decide to do a mastectomy? Is it quick? Like is it just like you need to remove your breast and then you have to decide?
No, I think with my mom, and I think we need to understand that every person's journey is different
Mm,
and everybody's bodies are different. So with my mom, they immediately, said to her, look, the best thing for her, because she had aggressive cancer. And the professor put it so beautifully. He says cancer has three faces: a smiley face, a sad face, and a really angry face. And she had the angry cancer, the aggressive one. And they said to her to stop it from spreading, the best thing to do is to have the mastectomy. That was scheduled, I think, within in a month.
mm,
My mom was under Grootske, and they then did the surgery. When my mom came out of surgery, I was with her they wanted me to leave the room. I said, no ways.
Mm.
Um, it is extremely traumatic having to look at your mother with all these bruising and they changing her tubes and stuff like that. Um, it is extremely traumatic, and I wouldn't advise anybody to sit there and watch it because it's going to affect you in the long run, like it did me. Yeah, and thereafter, once that had happened, she then had to have chemotherapy. So I know for some people, a personal friend of mine,
Mm.
he had cancer in the scrotum, and he had to go on radium. Um, he actually found out later in life that the one testicle was removed, and he then had to have the other testicle removed. So, and the common thing that I see is the fact that males and females, it's like you said, Ilam, the identity change.
Okay.
Um, they, you know, if I looked at my mom was a very, very independent woman. Um, and it's like the beauty is affected. They think of themselves as less of a person.
Mm.
And if there is no counseling for you from the word go, you can deteriorate very fast,
That's something to
you
really
know,
maybe
from a
focus on.
mental perspective.
Yeah, the emotional side of
Yeah,
things.
from yes, from a mental perspective, it is. I've seen clients of mine go into depression, which leads to other stuff. I've seen and heard and read about women wanting to commit suicide because they just cannot come to terms with the fact that there is one or both breasts gone, you
Mm.
know. And it's very sad, Ilam, because we look at them and we don't think less of them.
Mm.
But when you think less of yourself, you can go down a really, really bad path.
Mm.
Um, because what you think is how you're going to behave,
What
you
you think is
know?
how you're gonna behave. That's so
Yeah,
true. What you think is how you're gonna behave. So if you
yeah.
think less of yourself, that's how you're going to behave. Mm.
And other people is going to treat you less
Mm.
as well, you know?
Okay, so then you need to go see somebody, and that's why the doctors probably recommend a social worker or to go see somebody and go talk about this. So they kind of have to create a new normal. So how do you
That's
create
right.
a new normal? Because now you've been through this traumatic thing and you lost a body part, whoever's going through cancer or that breast cancer or you said scrotum cancer. So now
Yeah.
your identity changes because you now lost the part of yourself and now you need to kind of adjust to this new normal. So what are some recommendations that you can recommend?
So, I'm like I always, when I talk about trauma, excuse me, I always say that a support system is where you need to start. You need to really have a good support system. And there are cancer associations and organizations where you can join a support group and be with similar people that's also going through the same or different type of cancer. And that is going to be your safety net. That will be your
Mm.
safety net. Your family sometimes isn't your safety net because they don't know exactly how you feel. And because they perceive you as either a parent or a brother or a sister, they have their own ideas of doing something to satisfy you, and it might not be the best thing for you. So the communication gets lost between sometimes family members or friends because they don't always understand. But being with people or support a system where they do understand and where they have similar situations, it makes your journey a little bit easier. It
Mm.
doesn't take away, but it makes the journey a bit easier, I think.
So we kind of have to create an environment that also takes on the healing process. Because I think when you go through something like this, and even before, even people who never have cancer, people that just are going through normal day problems, you have to create an environment that you feel safe in and that you can
Mm,
heal in and that you can stay healed. Like that shouldn't disrupt anything or be
mm,
dramatic or like it just has to be a safe environment. So I think, in my opinion, like I believe, like to be part of nature is the best medicine. Like to go out, like to go sit at gardens, to appreciate beauty, to find that tranquility, that harmony within nature, because that's what nature is. It's a trying to find a balance and to try and find harmony within yourself, and to connect to such things is can be very healing. So how do you create someone like now that's gone through something and they don't want to go out? And they don't want to face the world and they don't because that happens like they kind of shrink and they isolate themselves because now they're going through this traumatic thing. So what do you recommend they should do you think you should like, and you also don't want to force them, so it is a very
yeah.
sensitive subject. So like do you like take them out and go sit by the beach all day? Do you take them out to go sit at, like, for example, here in Cape Town, like Greenpoint Park or gardens or something? Like, what are some of the things that you can do to help create a safe, healing environment? This is your
So,
expert. This is your field now.
yes. So I think you're 100% correct, Ilam, in saying that nature has a way of imprinting on us, you know, the way the trees flow and the way the ocean comes in and out and stuff like that. So a peaceful effects comes a lot from oceans, watching trees,
Mm,
feeling the breeze. So being in a mindful moment, you
mm,
know, take them to places that they haven't necessarily been to before. What's also healing is horse therapy.
yes,
We have that now. Back in the day, we didn't have horse therapy available. So you can go and you can tend to horses. Um, you could probably learn how to ride them, but there is horse therapy available. It is also for
okay.
different types of trauma, and that is really beautiful because caring for a pet is an absolutely amazing healing tool. Really, it is. Um, yeah, so I agree with you with regards to that. Also taking long journeys, but now remember, it also is dependent on whether you had chemo or radium and the effects of those two therapies. In my mom's case, the minute she would have chemo, she would vomit. It would
Mm,
be a lot of that. So I would need to do things like make up a special bag, carry a towel with me, an extra t-shirt for my mom. And back then, we traveled on the bus. So I would need to take all of those things with, and that is why I mentioned care for the carer. Um, yeah. So, and getting them, like with my mom, I would say to her, Mommy, come and I don't feel like staying at home today. Come in,
mm.
you do alone. You
Mm, a
know,
girl
let's go.
stay out.
Love going to the
Oh,
museum. I promise you,
mm,
Lama's kids, she used to take us every year to the museum. So this was a point where I could take her. Just go and
Mm.
walk in the Pan Garden, look at the cathedral and the different spaces, and just let her be there,
Mm.
you know. Sometimes they don't talk about how
Mm.
they feel. Um, my mom was very much a lady. I was the tomboy. I'm nothing like my mom. She was an extremely humble person. So the things that appealed to her was very, very simple things. It wasn't, don't take her to a three-course meal. She's not going to appreciate it because she's the best cook, you know? So just like little things you can bring. Take them for a pedi, take them
Mm.
for a manicure, take them to the beach, but don't make it sound like I'm doing this for you. No. Would you like to go with me? I'm going for a walk. Come, let's go. Come, I'll take you with me. Because you find a lot of them that also, it's like, why are you feeling pity for me? I'm not going to die. I'm not busy dying. So why are you treating me this way? So you got to be very careful in your approach as well.
Mm.
You know.
How you approach them.
Uh,
I want to talk a little bit about diet. So like what? Because normally they send you also to a dietitian and to say that you need to change
yes.
your diet. So like what are some of the things like for example somebody can do now already if you want to prevent cancer? What what does the diet look like?
So I think there is qualities in cannabis. I know of somebody that would sit on his, this is what he said, he would sit on his stoop and he would have his weed every day. And according to him, it kept him, um, it kept his
Relaxed.
cancer. Yes, he
Because
was
it
more
relaxes
relaxed.
you, yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't suggest smoking the weed. I would suggest getting CBD oil because it's got healing qualities in it for cancer. So
Hmm.
the CBD oil, and I know there's quite a few shops that stock that. Don't buy the the gummies. Apparently, a lot of the gummies work. So it obviously depends on you, the type of cancer you have, and what your journey is like in front of you. Then also remember, for us generally as human beings, anything green
Hmm.
is super healthy. Anything green, your leafy vegetables, your cucumbers, your lemons. I think also the being able to get vitamins that creates a pH balance in your body, the acidic acid and alkaline balance. So I think they basically for most people with cancer, you have to read up a lot on it because the different forms of cancer also attracts different forms of healing. What is good for you and what's not good for you.
Hmm.
Things like the liver as well, things like the kidneys as well. So yeah,
Hmm.
I think both that is what you
I
would
think
need. Yeah.
now a lot of people know about cancer, and I think we forget because our bodies when we're younger, our bodies is like in its prime, but as you get older your body deteriorates. So but it doesn't have to deteriorate. That's the thing. If you feed your body the right things, there's like people now, like how many TikToks isn't there about 90, 100-year old ladies that are still going to aerobics classes.
Yes,
It's about how
yes,
you take care of your body and like the movements you do
absolutely.
every day and also your mindset. Because if you tell yourself, really your mind is the most powerful thing. Because if you tell yourself and you believe something, then it has an effect on your whole body. So if you tell yourself, oh
Yes,
no, I'm too old for that, then I can't run a marathon, or I can't go swim in the ocean every day, or I
yeah,
can't, then your body is going to start believing your brain and start believing your mind.
absolutely.
So like we have to also do more things and be more active. I think we also need to, if you can't afford to go on your own, then start a group in your community because you can prevent cancer. It
Yeah.
is possible, like with your diet, with your mindset. So like
Yes.
it is difficult for us in certain areas, like in Elsies River, Mitchell's Plain,
Mm.
or Manenberg, like because of all the things that are going on there. But start a group, like, and then hire a bus every month and go somewhere
Mm.
just to get
Yeah.
out of that negative space. Um, I think we need to find more solutions, and because we're always talking about the
Mm.
problems, Nadia, and if
Yeah.
we can help each other to find solutions and to help each other
Yes.
have a better quality of life, then our lives will improve, our neighbors' lives will improve, and our whole situation will improve. Um,
Yeah.
so
And
when
this
you're,
also,
yes,
sorry, I thought you. And
no,
also these types of drinks that you can take. You know, the turmeric and honey drinks
mm,
you can make for yourself, the shakes. Um, you can make yourselves, like in my mom's case, she developed thrush in her mouth. And thrush is one of the worst things anybody can go through, because if you don't treat it, it goes right down your throat and you're
oh my
unable to
God.
eat, you know. So honey is very good. Honey is an absolutely brilliant healing tool. You can use, I mean, I use it for my asthma, you know. So there's quite a few recipes. If you go onto TikTok, you can see there's quite a few recipes that people use, not just for health or weight loss, which is advertised such a lot, but more so for healing, coming from a healing aspect, you know. And turmeric is a brilliant, brilliant healing tool, but you need to stick to it, you know.
Yes.
So those are things that you can do. Um, Also with my mom, she developed, so she was in remission for about a year, and she used to do these. We used to tell her she's like a traffic cop in the morning, because she would do these type of movements with her arms. She would need to move certain arms, so you know those were a little stretching exercises. You need to do that, and especially the older you are, your muscles and your joints will become really tight if you are just laying in bed. So even if it's like small movements, moving your ankle around while you're lying there, lift up your legs a little, you know, up and down, move around, you know, when you're sitting. So you're not limited in that way.
Mm,
Yes, we understand the body is sore, but your body actually becomes more sore and more stiff the longer you stay in bed,
mm,
you know,
mm,
because your muscles is not moving. So that is also very important. And if you can do stuff like Pilates, yoga, where you have minimal movement, but you're using your body to build up instead of to waste away, you know.
most
But
definitely. I think we
yeah,
shouldn't underestimate the power of our minds, and we should put
absolutely.
ourselves out there. And I know it is hard when you're alone, but that is why a support group would be very good as a starting point. And to join groups, there's so
Yes.
many groups in Cape Town, cycling groups, hiking
Yeah.
groups, running groups,
Yes.
jogging groups. You don't have to do like hardcore things. You can do
Yeah.
like soft core
Yeah.
exercises, low impact exercises.
Yeah.
I think we should also maybe like the public pools, if they will allow people to do aerobics classes, because not all of us can afford to have a gym membership. Gym is expensive. For us that
Yeah.
don't earn a lot of money. So like if we can, if the public facilities can also be open to us and for them to give us access to things that is
Absolutely.
beneficial for us as the citizens of
Yeah.
this country so that we can just
Yeah.
live a better life. Nadia, we come to the end of our
Absolutely.
show. We're dealing with breast cancer because it is Pink October, and I just want everyone to be healthy, to be aware
Mm.
and to I think physically, but also emotionally. I think emotional and your
Yeah,
mind is the most important thing. If you get your mind right, Nadia, then you will be
yeah,
unstoppable. No one can stop you
absolutely.
from achieving anything. No
Yeah,
one can tell you you can't do anything if you get your
yes,
mindset right. And
yes,
rightly so, we go through tips. Like today, I don't feel like
mm,
doing something, but like tomorrow, you're going to do it again and you're going to get up
yeah,
early and you're going to continue on your path.
yes,
Don't give up. Don't give up. Now, did you have any
yes,
last
yes.
words, any encouragement for somebody that's
My
struggling?
last, my last words is, Ilam, even though my mom had passed, we have people that still lives with cancer.
Hmm.
It doesn't mean if if you are not, and it sounds a bit cold, but if you haven't died, it means you're still alive.
Hmm.
It means you can still do things. So I just want to encourage those people, man. Make the most of what you have. Make
Hmm.
the most of your time. Make a go and seek forgiveness. Go and love your family. Yeah, do what you need to do while you're still alive. Do it. That we don't have control of the future,
Yeah, we
but
don't.
you are important. What you think is what you behave like.
Yes.
So
Thank you so
don't
much.
give up.
Never give up, and we all matter. Don't let anyone tell you you don't matter. If people are telling you around you don't matter, you tell yourself you matter. Let
Yeah,
your mind be strong, and also, if people are being like that, then you find new people. Simple as that, Nadia.
yeah,
So thank you for tuning
absolutely.
in to Inspire Elsie's Radio and to Inspiring Talks with Ilam, where Nadia is going to be inspiring us every week. I love Nadia. Nadia, you are
Yeah.
amazing. And yes, tune in next week, Tuesday, for another show. We will see what topic we have. Um, thank you so much.